I first was aware of the book and Ordinary People, the amazing book that Judith Guest wrote, and then I heard sometime soon after that that a film was going to be made, and I had heard that Robert Redford was going to be making it for Paramount, and that just sort of registered to me as kind of great, because I thought that it would make an amazing film. And then I was with an agency, and they called me up and said, you know, they're auditioning people for the role of Conrad, and wonderfully led to the opportunity to go in and audition.
You have to eat, Con. We just want you to keep on getting stronger.
Dad, I'm not hungry.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
One of the central characters is this guy named Conrad Jarrett, who is 18 years old, 19 years old. I happen to be the same age as the character and had such a completely different life.
My name is Janine Pratt.
Nice. Hi.
And you're Conrad Jarrett, remember?
Right.
Alvin Sargent wrote the most brilliant script adaptation of Ordinary People, of the book. It was, you know, very moving and disturbing. Redford he's a great communicator, and I don't mean solely in the area of talking. He's a great communicator in that way, of course, but also in his ability to kind of get you to be a better communicator. He can draw things out of you by a certain way in which he will ask questions, the way he will listen, the way he will pick up on some little thing you said. So he kind of is able to move a discussion about the process to a place where you suddenly are completely on the same kind of wavelength about what it is that you're both going for. He drew things out of all of us. And he knew exactly how to talk with Mary Tyler Moore. He knew exactly what to say to Donald Sutherland, to Judd Hirsch, to Elizabeth McGovern and I.
Do you think that people are punished for the things they do?
You mean by God?
Yeah.
I don't believe in God.
Not at all?
No. Well, it's not a question of degree. Either you do or you don't.
I believe in God.
I noticed that as we were filming, you know, the first couple of days, the first week, I would say hello to people, you know, be friendly. And they were, you know, everybody was friendly to a point, but I found that I wasn't able to sort of engage in any kind of conversation with anybody. It was all very sort of hello, good morning, how are you? What you been up to? Oh, nothing much. Anyway, have a nice day. And I thought, well, this is a very serious group of people, quite rightly so. And I kind of just thought, well, this must be because of the storytelling that we're doing. And so I need to just lock in and not look for conversational, you know, moments. I found out later that Robert Redford, incredibly so, had asked not just the cast, but certain department heads on the crew to just kind of leave Tim alone. Like, let him kind of be a little bit isolated. You know, he's got a lot on his plate, a lot to think about, a lot of work, big workload. So maybe just, you know, don't be all chatty or distract him. The result was that people took what he was requesting very seriously, and it did make me feel kind of isolated, and it did put me in sort of this area of, a singular kind of thought process that was directly and solely related to the work. It was incredibly smart, and it was extremely helpful, whether I was aware of it or not, and of course I wasn't. It was an incredible gift that he gave me by eliminating all distractions and making people just to keep away and, you know, put me in a little bit of an isolated state.
How long are you going to punish yourself? When are you going to quit?
Oh, God, I'd like to quit.
Why don't you?
It's not easy. It's not that easy.
There are many days where I paced in my hotel room and fantasized about getting a taxi down in the lobby and taking me to the airport and getting a flight to anywhere and never coming back. I mean, of course, I was never going to do that, but sometimes it was pretty intense. If I had a goal every day, it was to sort of make him feel that he didn't make a mistake by casting me. And it wasn't anything I thought about. It was just, I was motivated by being, you know, honoring the material, honoring Judith Guest, honoring Alvin Sargent's script, and very much so honoring Redford and his passion for telling this story.
Maybe she's just afraid to show you what she feels.
What do you mean?
I mean, there's someone besides your mother you gotta forgive.
You mean me?
Well, I didn't spend time with Mary or Donald or Elizabeth or really anybody. I did spend time with Judd Hirsch, and I still to this day don't know if it's because Redford gave him the green light to socialize with Judd Hirsch claims to this day that we played ping pong on occasion. And I know for a fact that it was tennis. I ran into Judd Hirsch recently and I said, have you finally realized that it was tennis and that we were playing this indoor place? He said, you're out of your mind, it was ping pong. So, but I have just the greatest memories of Judd, and it's always so great when I've seen him over the years.
Weren't you swimming today?
Huh? Yeah, sorry I scared you.
How'd it go?
Good. I swam well today.
Good.
Yeah. Personally, I think I could swim the 50 if my timing got better. I'm just a little off on my timing.
Well, you have to work at that.
Yeah.
Mary Tyler Moore was really something. The first time, I mean, we met at rehearsal, and that was very sort of formal, and everybody was just sort of saying hello, nice to meet you, and everything. And it was afterward. It was after we finished filming that I got to know her as a person, and we talked about what it was like to film. And I mean, you know, she felt nervous, and she felt anxious, and she felt overwhelmed sometimes by, you know, by playing this type of character, because she's nothing like Beth. She's the warmest person in the world. I mean, it's truly an incredible transformation she did. Yeah, filming the boat scene, that was interesting, because that was at the very end of the shooting schedule. We had filmed in north of Chicago, and then suddenly we're back in Los Angeles, and on the Paramount lot, there's something they used to call the tank, and it's sort of this kind of bowl in the asphalt that they would fill with water, and they would do all these scenes that involved boats and whatnot. And so that's where it was filmed, and I mean, you had to feel that it was scary, but it certainly looks that way on film. But really, when you're there, you know, you're on a movie lot. There's tons of people around, and you're cabled off and all of that. But we certainly got to a place of tremendous, you know, kind of catastrophic possibilities of it happening and drowning. You had to for that scene to work. Well, with the Academy Awards, I mean, it was great because we were all there, and it was kind of like a reunion of sorts. You know, the thing I remember is Mary Tyler Moore and Jack Lemmon were presenting the Best Supporting Actor award, and I remember, you know, they read the names and everything, and then, you know, Mary said, and the winner is, or whatever, or the Oscar goes to whatever they say, and then before she said my name, you know, she was standing up on stage with Jack Lemmon, and before she said my name, she looked directly at me and then said my name. And it's just something I'll never forget. It was kind of amazing. And then I got up and I turned, as Redford was over here, and I turned back, extended my hand to shake his hand, and there was a little bit of a step, tiny little step and everything, and my foot caught it. And had he not put out his hand at the precise moment to meet mine, I would have fallen into that row. And then I went up on stage.
Timothy Hutton in an extraordinary story of ordinary people.
course, I was aware that the studio had great confidence in it, and that people considered it to be an extremely well-made film and very moving story, which it is.
Sing on.